All right.
And we're recording. This is now being saved to my hard drive.
Yeah.
Hey YouTube, what up? How's it going? Hamilton, say hi to YouTube.
Hey YouTube, how's it going?
We're gonna go live in about 1 minute on Twitch, but
We're getting our papers ready. You hear
if
the
you're
papers?
not cool enough to watch this on Twitch, you might be watching it on YouTube. That's cool too. Thanks for watching it. Got my coffee.
You got a nice coffee? Got a nice brew?
I've started doing pour overs.
I don't know what that is.
It's like, what do you have to make coffee? Like a Keurig, a Mr. Coffee?
I have a Keurig.
Yeah, I do. I got my little pour over cup, so I boil some water.
I don't know. I don't know to pour over cup.
Right, I'll explain it live on the stream because it's 6 o'clock, so we should probably go live. All right, I'm gonna start. Let me just change the Photoshop window to the beautiful picture of your face because I like that one. All right, and I'm just gonna hit play on the YouTube video and then start streaming right away.
When I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking.
How's it going?
That's what I be
We're
doing.
live.
We're
I be
live?
stroking.
We're stroking. I'm just gonna let this
I
play out
stroke
for a
it
few
to
minutes.
the east, and I stroke it to the
Few
west.
seconds.
Song.
I stroke it to the woman that I love the best. I be stroking.
Alright. Just gonna start
me ask
fading
you
that
something.
down a little bit.
What?
Hello.
Stroking.
The song's over, Hamilton, if you.
Oh no, I didn't know. I've been singing the song.
So, we're here. Hello. We said we'd be here, so we're here. What do you want?
I want to know what a pour over cup is, just real quick.
Okay, so before we went live, I was trying to explain to Hamilton what a pour over is for coffee. Because he doesn't know, apparently. I didn't know until like a week ago, so I started doing
Yeah,
it.
you kids have all these, damn
Dude,
things.
it's not even, there's no tech about it. I'm going back to the traditional way. So I got my little pour over cup. It's like imagine like a coffee mug, but on the inside it's like a cone, like an upside down cone. And it's got little spirals so that like the coffee can go down it real nice. So imagine like a funnel, a ceramic funnel with a handle.
Are you kidding? Is this really a thing?
Yeah, this is what I have. So it goes on top of my coffee mug, and then I just, put some hot water in a kettle on the stove, heat it up, and then you get a little coffee filter. I just got some ones that fit perfectly for the little cup so that it works great. So you put the coffee filter in, then you put your coffee grounds in the filter, and then you just pour the hot water right on top of your coffee grounds. It's like having a Mr. Coffee, but you just do it all yourself.
So it's like a spiral.
Yeah, it's just basically you just filter out, you just make coffee. Bam. That's what I'm
Alright.
drinking right now. Got a little coffee.
It sounds delicious and complicated.
Yeah, I mean, I just figured it'd be easier because you can just do that and you can just make a cup and then you're done. Just make a cup of
Alright.
coffee.
All right. Well, welcome to Between the Strokes.
Oh, yeah.
My name's Hamilton Ward.
Hamilton.
Do you want to introduce yourself first?
Oh
Second?
yeah, I'm Connor Dreest. We are two boys, and we're gonna talk about some art-related things. Me and Hamilton both went to art school together, so we're probably gonna talk
Yeah.
about that a little bit. What else?
We're recently graduated, and
True.
I think both of us are sort of experiencing the same sorts of withdrawal and sort of just craziness that comes with after graduating from art school. So, we kind of wanted to make an area for people to come and vent their frustrations or talk about the artwork they're making,
For sure.
because we were doing that for ourselves, and so we just kind of wanted to put that out there for everyone else.
Yeah, I started a Facebook group that's basically what I hope it will become, is more of a place online for people to share their work and get feedback and get critiques. I mean, there's already a lot of stuff like that already, but we're trying to do our own thing, make it a little different, do the live stream junk, get that going, but I'm excited.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of times the sort of things that I listen to are from people that are already established artists.
That's true.
And so the things that you hear are like, oh yeah,
Disclaimer,
sure, of
we're
course.
not established. Well,
Yeah.
Hamilton is a little bit more.
We don't know what we're doing.
So why
And
don't you give a quick intro about yourself and like what you do?
I'm a digital artist. I do photo and video work, and I do a lot of sort of older photographic processes and sort of tie that into the digital world as well. Because I like bringing that kind of stuff back, like your old pour over cup thing.
Yeah.
You're bringing in
There's
the new
no
and the
need
old.
for
So
it, but
no need at all.
it's pointless.
So I do that, and I do a lot of pop culture work, and I think that's kind of how Connor and I hit it off. Is that our artwork? Like we love pop culture, we love
It's true.
movies and comics, and
We're nerds.
Yeah, we're huge fucking nerds.
Dude, just giant nerds playing D&D every day.
Well, talk a little about your illustrative work though, real quick.
All right,
Just to let the people out there in TV land know.
Yes. And also, just to say on, live, if anyone is watching live, or if anyone's watching, I guess we'll find out after we get the recording. We're new to all this streaming stuff, so if anything's not working, that's totally possible. I mean, as far as I know, it's not even working right now. So if the audio's messed up, or if there's a lot of noise on our mics, a whole bunch of stuff could be going around because we're just trying this out for the first time. So we'll figure it out. Just bear with us if there's any technical difficulties. But anyways,
Yeah, please toss some comments in there.
Yeah.
If something's working, not
is
working.
anybody watching right
just
now?
let us know.
I think 2 people are watching.
Nice.
But one of them's me. So,
It's me and probably my girlfriend's watching. So
Okay, so it's just us, we're hanging out, talking to ourselves. But okay, so me, what I do, what I want to do is more like illustrative work. So that's what I kind of started doing when I, got into the art program at UNCC. So we got this beautiful picture of Hamilton on the stream, which is something I'm working on now. I thought we could do like little avatars for the the stream. We could make like a banner and have these in the background so that you kind of know who's talking. So there's Hamilton, and then I'm gonna draw me in a second. But yeah, I kind of focus a lot on like figurative stuff, so like character illustrations, or that's my dog if you heard that.
our mascot.
Yeah, Biscuit. Oh, she's whining. It's okay, bud. But that kind of stuff for the entertainment industry is what I hope to do maybe one day. But right now I'm working like part-time, just kind of freelance art, and most of the jobs I'm doing aren't exactly what I want to be doing, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get the portfolio going, all that.
Well, I think one of the things, at least when I started selling work, was what do you charge people, especially for freelance? Like, if someone comes to you and is like, "Hey, I want a portrait of my dog. Can you draw that for me?" Like, how do you know what to charge?
Yeah, and it's really hard when it's people like that.
Or your friends,
Or
like
your
how do you
friends,
charge
or
your
like
friends?
they just think that since you're an artist, you just draw all the time. Like you don't care what you draw, you'll draw a dog.
Yeah, can you
for
just
me.
draw my dog,
It's like
please?
$20. It's like, maybe I need the $20, but maybe it's not worth it to me to spend 10 hours painting your dog.
How bad do you want that 6-pack of Pepsi?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
well, but really though, how do you know like what to charge these people that come to you? Like, I'm sure like a lot of
Just
your
kind of
friends
wing
maybe.
it. I try not to do it sounds bad, but I try not
It
to
sounds
do
awful.
a lot of work for my friends. That sounds bad
Okay.
too. Just because, like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, sometimes they'll want you to do it for free, and then you kind of have to be like, well, I have to make money because this is like my full-time job, if it is. Right now I'm working at a movie theater part-time, but I actually just put in my 2 weeks because I got another job, so an art-related job, ba-boom.
Just moving up in the world.
Moving up, making moves, but yeah, so, if your time is valuable, I don't know, if you want, it's hard to, justify doing that kind of work for people. It's like, oh, I'll pay you $10 to do, like, a couple hours of work. It's like, I'm making, like, $5 an hour for you. Like, it's not worth it. But when it comes to, like, people, I haven't done a lot of, most of the freelance work, it's kind of just, like, one-off thing. So it's most of the time, I won't do like a per hour price. I'll say, which I probably should start doing, but I may say, I'll charge you set amount of money for this set thing, and then maybe if you want edits or something, maybe it'll cost this much per edit. But
Well, do you know how long a piece is going to take? Have you gotten to a point where it's like, all right,
Yeah,
let's
that's
say
another
I want you to draw my dog. Like, how long will that take you? And is
Yeah.
that how you figure out your price?
Well, yeah, and a lot of times people don't like even think about that. They won't be like, "Oh, you're a painter. paint my dog, $20. Oh, you're a pencil artist. Draw my dog, $20. Like, it's all the same to that kind of crowd. Like, it's just like, oh, I just want something from you.
Yeah.
So they may not realize that like a painting of a dog may take like, well, it depends, but let's just say it takes 5 hours, and then a quick sketch of that dog would take like 30 minutes, an hour, I don't know. But so there's all the time you have to factor in, like how much you think you're worth an hour, and then also just it's hard. There's a lot of stuff, but I mean, I just kind of think I don't know exactly how long a lot of things will take me, and if it's something that I maybe haven't done before, I'll just kind of estimate how long it'll take, and then kind of do like, all right, well, if I made $20 an hour, and then how long would this take me? If it's only going to take me 2 hours, maybe I'll say, all right, like $40 or $50, but that's definitely lowballing it, especially for art, and. But at the same time, you have to make money, so you don't want to be like, no, I'll only do that quick sketch of your comic book character for $100, even though it only took me 30 minutes. It's like sometimes
So it's all
especially
about
when
like
you're
that.
starting off, like it's gonna suck. Like I do the most random jobs for like nothing almost sometimes, but I'm just like, I want to get into it, and I feel like the only way to work your way up is just to start at the bottom. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've had sort of a similar experience to that. Except I don't mind charging my friends. Like I find.
Yeah, I don't mind charging them, but sometimes when you say, oh, they're like, can you do a painting of like a sweet wizard for me? It's like, sure, I'll do it for like $100. Like, what? I just wanted it for free. Draw me as a goblin. It's like, I don't know.
You got to explain it to them. You got to be like, this is gonna take me forever, and.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I did that, and that's kind of where my first sales came from, were friends buying my fan art,
Okay.
And the nice thing too, working as a digital artist is that you can sell something for cheap. So, if someone comes to you and is like, "Hey, draw me as Batman," you can draw them as Batman, but then you have that piece and you can sell it in other places. You know what I mean? So you can undercut yourself because eventually you'll make that money back.
Yeah, but if you draw your best friend as Batman, who else is going to want to buy that?
Someone else
Besides
might. If
him.
your friend, if he looks like fucking Ben Affleck, other people might want it.
Yeah. If you do a commission for Ben Affleck.
You're fucking set. You're set.
You're set up. I mean, that'd be cool. I'd do that.
Yeah.
No, what's happening?
Well, did you, just going back to sort of, we both went to UNC Charlotte for
Yes, we can talk about that.
our art schooling.
Yep.
How did you like that program? Like, I know.
Mixed opinions.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. It's hard to say because here's the deal. I started going to UNCC as a computer science major.
Did you really?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah. So I originally was computer science because, I don't know, my dad was like, he was into programming, and I was like, okay, I can figure this out. And, I
figure out computer science.
Yeah, it's not that hard, just coding. And I mean, it wasn't too hard. That wasn't why I stopped. I just like hated it. Like, I was drawing every second I could, but then like I'd have to sit there and do the coding homework, and it was just like, oh no, it wasn't. I found out very quickly that it wasn't for me. So, oops. I switched into the art program after 2 years of being at UNCC, and you did the BFA, but yeah, I did the BA. So basically how it works at our school was you could do a Bachelor of Fine Art in art, and that's basically like you are, what's the word I'm thinking of?
I don't
Specializing in a certain kind of art. So you could be an illustration major, painting majors. They have it in a lot of schools, I'm guessing. But I just did the, Bachelor of Art, so it's just a general education in all things art. So I was pretty much allowed to take whatever classes I wanted, so I kind of just experimented with all different types of art making. And like I always kind of knew I wanted to get into illustration, like for money and stuff. Like that's what I like doing. So like I wasn't expecting to be like a fine artist getting out of school. I wasn't like, okay, when I graduate, time to hit up all the galleries with my abstract paintings. It's like that's not me. So I was like, I just want to draw like sweet concepts of like sci-fi people. Like I just want to do the nerdiest stuff you could think. So I took an illustration class at UNCC, and it was really great, and I love the teacher and everything, but I just kind of, it's not like I wasn't learning anything, because it was, I was definitely learning things by doing the projects, but like I knew that there was other stuff I could never get access to outside of school, and I could always do the illustration stuff. Like I was doing it on the side anyway. I was going home and opening up Photoshop and painting, doing digital paintings anyway. So I started taking like different classes. That's where I met you. Actually, weird story.
Didn't we have a few classes?
Offshoot. Yeah, the first class we had together. This was before I knew you, and I don't even think you remember, but I definitely remember because you're a memorable person. You got the beard. I'm drawing you right now. You got the beard. You got the hat always. So you were in, what was the class? It was like a film class. I don't remember specifically what it was. It might have been film noir. Yeah.
We're in film noir together?
You took film noir, right?
Yeah.
So I was in that class and I sat behind you.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God.
That's fucking crazy.
Because I remember you because, you sat in front of me, so I saw you like every class. But you'd always sit down. I always be like, all right, who's this guy? And you had your Batman hat or Batman buttons on your hat and stuff. And you were always so like into class. Like you're always asking questions.
It was a great class.
Yeah,
it
was.
Film noir.
But
All we did was watch black and white movies and just talk about it. That's all we did. It was great.
Yeah, and you were pretty into it. So I definitely remember you. You probably don't remember me because I sat right behind you. You never saw me. I never said anything. I failed that class, too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That was the easiest fucking class.
Dude, I know. Dude, it was bullshit. So the reason why I failed, I don't know if
you didn't do the work.
No, I did the work. I got A's on all the tests because it was easy. All the tests were, you remember, like every test was just what happened in the movie. Like write down, these are like basic plot questions, like who died? The main character?
Did the bad guy get away?
Yeah, and you just have to like remember what fucking happened. So basically, it was if you watched it or if you didn't watch it, check or like X. So I had like an A in the class. I was doing fine. Coffee sip break, and then so this you might not remember this at all, but the midterm for that class, he gave us the midterm over fall break or something. It was over one of our breaks.
Okay.
And I guess there was a class before that final class or before the break where he told everybody, all right, your midterm, I'm going to send it out, and it's an online like test that you have to do.
Oh.
And it's 50% of your grade. And I was like sick or I wasn't there at that class where he mentioned it. And then he never sent out an email saying, hey, midterm due or anything like that.
Oh my God.
So I get back from break. I'm like, I had a great break. Yeah, back to film noir. And I go into class and he's like, all right, everybody turned in their midterms, right? And I was like, what? What are you talking about? What midterm? And so I just totally didn't do it. And I asked him about it. I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, but I wasn't here that class and I didn't know about this. And I don't know if he might have sent out an email, but I'm terrible. I never check my email on breaks or anything.
Yeah, you don't.
That.
No.
No. So I asked him and he was like, nope, sorry, can't make it up. So, 50% of my grade was a 0. There's no way I could have passed.
That's insane.
It sucked. Yeah.
I had no idea you were in that class too.
Yeah, but
I just remember photographing you for.
Oh yeah, no, that might have been the first. No, that was after that class.
Yeah.
Was that for like
we had to do that.
Demo day or whatever? Where you like
Something.
walk around and look at all the departments.
Well, do you think? I mean,
I'm just gonna use a
because I know it took me a while to decide to sort of go to school, and I think a lot of artists sort of maybe not, but struggle with that decision. Do you spend the money on that, or do you just sort of teach yourself? Because I think a lot can be said for just sort of watching YouTube videos and sort of training yourself. Like,
yeah. So you're asking what my opinion on it is.
Yeah, your experience at UNC Charlotte.
Yeah. So I wanted to drop out. I wanted to drop out after freshman year. So end of freshman year, I was like, I can't, or maybe it was my first semester of sophomore year. Whenever I stopped doing computer science, when I realized that wasn't for me and I was never going to get a computer science degree because I emotionally couldn't do it. So I was like, all right, well, I don't want to do that. What else could I do here? It's like, what do I want? I asked myself, what did I want to do? And I knew, like, right away I wanted to do the art stuff. Like, I wanted to try freelance and, like, just try to get good and, like, build up my portfolio. And, like, I didn't care. I'd work whatever jobs in the, meantime to get to that point. But, so I knew that's what I wanted to do. And I didn't even think about going to the art program at UNCC. I was like, I can't. It's a waste of money. I'll just drop out and I'll stay at home and I'll lock myself in my room and I'll learn it all myself. And that was my plan. So I went home and I told my parents.
Here's my
I
plan.
was like,
Here's,
guys,
this
it's
is a
gonna
great
be
plan
good.
I have.
It's gonna work. And they didn't believe me. They're like, I don't know about that. College degree, it's very important. You're gonna want that college degree, Connor. It's like, so I fought him on it, but at the end of the day, I think it was, I don't know. I guess it's good that I went because I don't have a lot of debt to pay off. So this is a big factor, contributing factor to it. College is expensive, and you got to pay it off. You got to pay that debt. So, I don't think it's worth it. Art school, if you're gonna, if you're supporting yourself and you're trying to like work a part-time job to get the money to pay for school, and you're like broke and it sucks, and you're like paying tons of money for these classes, like I don't think, you're just putting a lot of pressure on yourself. I mean, and pressure's good, but you don't want to be super stressed out and just losing tons of money.
Yeah.
So if it was up to me, I would kind of, I would just learn it on your own. Like if you're thinking about going to college, I would just, and I mean, there are good art schools out there, and I don't think our school was a bad art school. I just think that there's something to be said for doing it yourself. And, if you're motivated and you just like study and like work on drawing and stuff, like you can do it on your own. You don't need school. So, but the deal for me was I had a grandma that was down to pay. She was down to pay for school. So why am I keep hitting the window button? But she was, she helped me pay for school.
That must be nice. That must be nice.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I mean, I think for me, I'm sort of in a different sort of boat. Because I think you can. I mean, for the long time, I was sort of self-taught. I hung out with a bunch of artists, and they showed me a few things, and I would watch YouTube videos all the time, and I'd read constantly, man. Just all these different books on drawing and digital art. And you can definitely get by without going. But the thing that I loved about it is that it introduced me to so many different people. Like I wouldn't have met you, for instance.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had this conversation.
What? Yeah.
And so for me, that alone was worth it. Just meeting people, and also I think it trains you to sort of work hard, because when I'm before school, like I would work and I would train, but I wasn't, I guess regimented is the word.
Yeah.
But after school, it's like, all right, here's my schedule. This is what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to do art for this amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes you work more professionally, I guess.
Right.
But you can I think you're right. You can get by without it. As long as you just keep at it. And I think that's the key, is you just got to keep fucking working.
Yeah. If you're the kind of person that needs someone to give you assignments for you to do the work that you're planning on doing for your career, then college is probably a good idea, because that's what they do there. They tell you what to do, and you can, you just follow along and you can do really good work. But also, if you're the kind of person that needs someone to tell you what to do it, then as soon as you graduate, you're fucked, because because no one's going to tell you what to do. And if you haven't already gotten, your dream job at that point, which is pretty unlikely, then, you're going to have to keep doing work on your own. And especially for art, it's not one of those things where you just go to school and then, you got your degree, you're ready, boom, you made it, get out in that field. It's more like, okay, you got your degree, that means nothing. Are you good? Can you draw?
Yeah.
It's all about, your skill, I think. I mean, it depends what it is. If you want to be an art teacher or something, maybe you need a degree.
You got to go to school. Yeah, you definitely need a fucking degree for that.
Yeah. Well, unless you're, doing your, some kind of, your own class online that people sign up for because they know you.
Oh, we should totally do that. We should just set up some class.
Yeah. Guys, if you want to pay me in Hamilton large sums of money to be your art teachers,
I will wear jackets with patches on the elbows.
Dude, we're gonna have the sickest
totally legit
jackets, dude. We're spending all the money on jackets, so just so you know.
All the money on jackets and patches.
Awesome tweed jackets. We're gonna be looking
It'll
good.
be amazing.
I'm just kidding.
But we're not kidding.
But we're serious.
But I think that's kind of the reason we wanted to do this too, is community is really important for artists. So
that's something
after
you get at school.
Yeah, and after school, or even if you don't want to go to school and you just need people, other artists to talk to, hopefully this will kind of be a place where other artists can come and share their art and ask questions, and we can do our best to answer them.
Hell yeah.
Because art is such, like, when you're making the art of making is extremely lonely, I think.
Yeah.
You're just kind of locked away in your room, and the glow of the monitor is your only companion, and
Sweet
so
glow.
yeah. So it's good to sort of get out there and share your experiences with other lonely people making art.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to lock yourself away and then forget about the world. I mean, you may be good at art, but then what happens when you have to sell yourself to somebody? Somebody's like, hey, well, we're going to hire you. And then all of a sudden you forgot how to talk to people because you've been drawing for 10 years. And you're like covered in body hair. And you're like,
what am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Yeah, so I don't know. I try to, well, I should be better about it, but, try to talk to people every now and then.
Well, do you how do you sell yourself and your work? Do you have a sort of I don't know, like a mode for that, I guess? I don't.
Yeah, I mean, it all kind of comes down to, and this is stuff I'm working on right now, and who knows if it's working or not, but it's like
we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know, but we're trying. Maybe like probably having an audience, or like having some kind of core group of people that are interested in what you're doing. Because if you're just making stuff in a vacuum and no one cares about it, like, yeah, that's no one really is gonna come to. No one's gonna come to you and say, hey, never seen your work before, but
you're great.
I
love it.
I mistyped a URL and got taken to your site. I want to work from it's like you have to find a way to either put yourself in front of other people's eyes or get your work out in front of them. So I think for that, it kind of comes down to just being active, having a presence on the internet, which is something I'm trying to do. So I got my website up, ConnorDrees.com, if you want to check it out.
Nice.
It's sort of up. It's in progress. So
I
mean, you can go to it, but it's kind of janky. You have to hit a button on the homepage to get to all the sub tabs and all this weird stuff. And the button doesn't say that. I think the button says click here to see UNCC work. And then once you click that, then you can look at my actual portfolio and stuff. Weird. I know. I'm working on it. I'm gonna fix it soon. But yeah, and Facebook and stuff like that, and just like you said, networking, talking to people, because 9 times out of 10, people that get jobs are a lot of times recommended by other people. You might get hired out of just randomly, but that's only if nobody at that company ever said to their boss, hey, my friend's really good and he would do great here, and the boss go, oh, okay, well, you already know him, so you might already have a good idea of what kind of person they are. It's probably a safer bet doing that than going with someone they've never met. So I think knowing people is good.
Well, I mean, for me, I still kind of do, but I originally just fucking hated social media. But then I started doing the Instagrams, and
I gotta get on those Instagrams.
Yeah, dude.
And we're on Facebook and Instagrams, guys. So we're going quick.
and it actually really got me working, because once I had people following me, I felt compelled to upload something every day. So it was a huge push for me to be shit, I need to do work to upload to my imaginary friends that are on this social media.
Mm-hmm.
And that started greatly expanding my portfolio, and it got me into a rhythm.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of thing is huge. So if you guys are out there and you're like, oh man, I have no motivation, just start an Instagrams for your art, and just post every day. Tell yourself you're going to post every day, and you will get followers. You'll get people that enjoy seeing your work every day.
Hashtag like for like.
Yeah.
Put as many hashtags as you can, and people will see your work. No, I'm just kidding.
But it's cool though, because you start seeing the same people like your work, and you check out their work, and it's great. It's a fantastic community.
Can be, for sure. Yeah, I'm trying to get Instagram going. I'm working on that. I mean, I'm on there, but
But you're not posting every day. You don't, you know.
I post.
Ah!
No, I definitely don't post every day, but I post, when I can. But yeah, what were we talking about again? How to get people to see your work?
Yeah, just sort of, just how to get out there pretty much. What you can do to make yourself a more professional artist.
So you have been out there a lot, but in a different context. You've been doing some like gallery shows, right? You've been doing some, festivals for like your films and stuff.
Yeah, I mean
You want
that.
to talk about that at all? Kind of.
Yeah, I mean for those of
I'd be
you.
interested in that whole process because I have no idea. Not that I have anything that could get into that market, but it's interesting to hear about it for sure.
Well, I mean, I think that's the thing is that you just sort of have to trust in your work. There's all these websites that you can go to sort of look for open calls for work, and you just basically check those out and you send work to them, and hopefully they'll get back to you. And that's another way to meet artists. Especially for film, it's a lot easier because I use filmfreeway.com, and it lists all the festivals in the country and the world. And you just upload your film to this website, and you pay a fee, which it's the shittiest thing. You have to pay money to these festivals, but whatever.
Yeah.
And
that is kind of shitty. I didn't know that.
it is. It's so much money, dude. Like
how much?
They can go anywhere from free, which is super rare, up to like $75.
Ooh. And that's just to submit something.
Just to submit. You don't even know.
Yeah, and that's just because so many people would submit otherwise, probably.
Yeah, I guess, man. And the weird thing is it's not like you're making money off of short films. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh man, I'm totally gonna sell this in a gallery and make my fee back. It's like, no, that's just gone. And so you have to make the most of it. Like I love festivals because you meet other filmmakers, and I've made so many connections at these festivals. And I love that. So for me, it's worth it. But if you're not gonna go to these festivals and interact with people, then don't submit because it's gonna be a waste of money.
Yeah.
It's and for gallery,
same thing is like a convention almost like.
Yeah, it is. It's like
you have to pay for a table and all that stuff, and pay for and you're wasting. You're not wasting, but you're using your whole day to be there. That maybe you could be doing work. So
have you done that? Have you done?
No, I haven't done it
before. Oh my god, it can be because a lot of my work is pop culture, and so I can sell some Batman pieces. Yeah, and you pay for a table, and it's weird. It's cool, but at the same time, it's it's an odd experience. I just feel like I'm pushing my art on people as opposed to just like
letting them come to you.
Yeah. I feel like a salesman, like fucking suit and tie.
And that's the weird thing that I want to still do it at some point, but that's like the only thing that's kind of turned me off to it is like, it is almost like a competition to see who can sell the most art.
I got Batman here. You like Batman?
Yeah, and then you're like Batman. Selling out so hard. It's like, I'll draw superheroes if you want it. It's like I don't draw superheroes ever. Maybe I've drawn Batman once, and like he looked fucked up. I was like, oh, gross. I can't draw Batman. I've like never tried again, but yeah. So I'm not. I like doing fan art and that kind of thing, and that stuff is definitely can be used for, to get your work seen because that stuff's gonna be more popular every time than like a personal piece or something. Like whatever I'm drawing right now, some stupid gas mask thing. But if I was drawing Immortan Joe from Mad Max, it kind of looks like Immortan Joe. But if I was drawing him, put that on Instagram, #Mad Max, I'm gonna get more views. But I don't give a shit, I'd rather just. I like doing my own stuff, so that's the sacrifice.
Well, do your own stuff, but do stuff to sell, and the stuff that sells.
Yeah. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. You got to do do the fan art stuff for sure because that's. And I like doing it every now and then, so it's gonna get your work out there.
And also don't do fan. If you do fan, if you do fan art, don't do pieces that you're not like into at first. I would never draw. I've done it before too, and I've always hated it. Like people have wanted me to draw Superman, and I hate Superman. I hate him.
He's kind of lame.
And every time I draw him, he just ends up looking like shit. And so draw things that you're interested in. If you play video games, draw video game characters. And if you're worried about, oh man, what if I get sued? Like fuck that, just do it. And if they don't like it, they'll send you a letter to stop. They won't sue you. They'll just send you a letter, and then you stop, obviously. But
So that's an interesting thing to talk about. Because, I mean, if you're just drawing it to get more eyes on, like, your stuff. So if like, I did a drawing of Batman and said, hey, check it out. I drew Batman. Check out more of my art here. Ba-bam. You know, that's one thing. But then it's a whole other thing to be like, hey, I drew Batman. Buy my Batman shirt that I just made. You know, buy my Batman mugs. So, and I know you have more experience with selling art, and maybe you've definitely sold some fan art before. So
yeah, that's where most of my money comes in is fan art.
Yeah. So like, how do you feel about that? Like, I know, have you ever gotten like a cease and desist? Probably not.
Yeah, I have.
Really?
Yeah, I love it. I have these framed too.
Oh, nice.
My favorite one was actually from Valve.
Really?
I did some Dota fan art, and I put it up on Etsy. And I'd done fan art, Batman, all sorts of video games. And the next day, like, Valve sent me a cease and desist. I was like, all right, that's kind of fucking weird. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, mostly like Marvel, DC, they don't give a shit. You can, do what they want because it's basically free advertising for them. That's how they look at it.
Yeah.
And they would have a harder time of stopping than just letting it go. As long as you're not, taking someone's picture of Batman and copying that picture, you're good to go.
Yeah. If you draw on Jim Lee Batman and then
look what I did.
It's all me, baby.
Great.
I traced it myself. Yeah, that might be.
And and for me, like, I don't consider it, because I do it a lot, I guess. I just don't consider it selling out because I love these characters so much. And for me, it really is fan art. It's like me giving back to the community, giving back to these characters that I grew up with.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Can't get enough of it. More fan art. Can you draw me some fan art of my favorite film character?
Yeah, for $100. $100, I'll do it.
$100, dude. That's my fee.
Yeah.
So, what else? You want to talk a little bit about your job?
My job? Which job? Which job do you want me to talk about?
Tell me what you're doing right now. What are you working on now, Hamilton?
What am I working on? Well, I've got a few projects I'm working on right now. And going back to just doing work for free in the hopes of putting yourself out there and getting better at it. I just did a shoot for a local chef with my girlfriend, and we did it for free, just for the experience and to help my photography portfolio, and just to get my name out there. Yeah. And so there are times when you'll do work for free just for the benefit of yourself. So you don't need to charge all the time.
Yeah.
But we did that, and I'm also doing some more films, some experimental films, and I'm hopefully going to start an actual horror short soon. That should be kind of fun because I've always wanted to make like a shitty horror movie. I feel like it's
I remember the one you did at school. That was funny.
Like a rite of passage,
Yeah.
To do a shitty horror movie.
Yeah, do it, man.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing with film. It's not going to make you any money.
Well, yeah.
It's sort of depressing. But I mean that's why you illustrate. I love illustrating. I love drawings.
Yeah, I love drawing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What about you? Are you going to be doing any like you're starting that new job, right? The video game job?
Yeah. Hold on, my dog is whining. Nope, she's good. She left. Probably got to take her to walk after we finish this up, but yeah, I haven't signed any contracts yet, but apparently
contracts,
or just like I haven't officially have it down in paper, but yeah, I got a job doing some art for it's a gaming company, but not what you think. It's not, Halo 5.
You working for Blizzard?
I got the job at Blizzard, Mom. I made it. Look out. No. It's for like a small what should I call it? Gambling thing. It's like for casino games. So it's like a Texas Hold'em game that's going to go like in an actual casino, but it's going to be on like a touch screen. So I'm just going to be like one of their artists that's like drawing assets and also just like concepting out like the look of the game and stuff like that. But Yeah, so I'm doing that part time, and then I'm doing like other like small freelance things that are kind of just, as they come. And
Well,
then
how do they come? How do real quick? How do these small freelance things come to you?
all right, so one of them that I'm working on right now is like every once in a while, the guy that works at the director of operations at the movie theater that I work at right now, he's just started hiring me to do like, um, design stuff for them. So like they have little advertisements that I'm making, and like it's not the stuff that I do for fun. It's like graphic design stuff. It's like making, like doing the the fonts and like all that.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it. Like what I'm doing. I'm just like sitting there in Photoshop. Like I should be an illustrator. I'm like messing with fonts and doing shit. It's like,
Oh
whatever.
man, it's painful.
But it's still, I still have like a general idea on design, so like I can make it look okay, and like they like it, so they're paying me to do that kind of stuff every now and then, and just like every once in a while, I'll get like somebody. Like I had a guy, a really really sweet guy, Greg. If you're listening, you're the man. I did a book cover for him. For a book
Oh,
he's
nice.
working on. But stuff like that,
So I mean,
wanted to do
did they see your stuff? Like how do they see your stuff?
most of the time it's people that I like right now it's people I already know from other things.
Yeah.
So, but I'm hoping, or it's like through school or something. Like I got the job I just got for the game art. That was through UNC Charlotte because the Facebook page that we're both in.
Right.
There's a UNC Charlotte for our school, a Facebook page where people just post job opportunities. So Heather posted it. And it was just, she got an email, I guess, from the guys that own the company, and they were looking for artists. I don't know how they knew Heather, but so she posted up the job, and like I saw it that day, and I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. And like it was super vague, so I had no idea what it was. It was like looking for 2D artists for game art. I was like, is this Halo 5? Is this Blizzard? I had no idea what it was, so I just sent him my portfolio, which is like all. Like and I made the portfolio kind of like that day, just kind of shoved some stuff together, and like so.
Total pro. You got a pro here.
My portfolio was all like just sweet warrior dudes and stuff, and like character concepts and like super nerdy like entertainment art stuff. But they liked it, so, and I guess they could see the potential for drawing game poker chips and stuff.
Poker chips.
Yeah, so I did that, and then they asked me to do a little art test. I did that.
Draw the pirate. Draw the turtle.
Yes. Draw me the best horse you can without reference. I'm like, fuck. No. Draw me a dog. It's like, oh no. But, so that one, that just kind of came together. And, and I'm working on a portfolio right now. And you should always be working on your portfolio, just trying to.
Yeah, I feel like that's always happening.
Trying to improve. Like, you'll see, constantly update that portfolio.
Well, real quick, you mentioned contracts, and I think when I first got like an art contract, that was like the scariest fucking thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my biggest piece of advice to people listening is have a friend that's a lawyer, that'll look it over for you, because
you have lawyer friends.
Yeah, I have lawyer friends.
Damn it.
Thankfully, thankfully,
So cool. I don't have any lawyer friends.
So like I'll trade art for favors of looking over contracts, because there's been a few where I was gonna get screwed, and thankfully
Really?
he kind of caught something and they switched it for me. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Poor
yeah, I always
Michael.
have.
Can you talk about
Yeah.
what was the situation where you're gonna get screwed? Because maybe it'll save one of the people.
They basically would retain rights to the pieces that I was doing for them forever. And if I wanted, and if another website wanted to use it, that website had to get permission from them to use it.
That's a pretty normal thing, right? I thought that was
no, not for this. These were pieces that were already made, not for them.
Oh, so there's people trying to buy your pieces and then get the rights.
Yeah, kind of like that. And so it was a little shady. And what happens, the reason why that works is the contract is made out for the person hiring you. It's made out in their favor. So they're trying to get as much from you as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And so what these people do, if they don't know anything, they'll just go to a website and download just like a standard template contract.
Mm.
And those contracts are fucking horrible because they'll just totally screw you. So they're not trying to screw me, but they don't know the contract says, but
Yeah.
it is screwing me,
Okay, yeah, I got you.
So always have someone look at your contract, even if you don't have lawyer friends.
Yeah.
Just smarter people than me need to look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not
Because it
really
gets
at
a-
that level yet. I'm still like, it's
But
still just
you-
kind of like,
but-
hey, I'll pay you this much. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, I mean, but
And if they
but
don't
you-
pay me, I'm like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
Like I did some work starting off where there was no contract, there was no written anything, and I lost like $400.
Oof.
You know, they just stopped paying me.
You still did the work. Yeah.
Yeah, so like they paid me up to a point, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, we'll get you next month, and then
Yeah,
next
right.
month comes around, we'll get you next, yeah, and it's like, fuck, I got screwed.
Yeah.
So even don't be afraid to ask for like a written thing if you're doing a big project for someone,
Totally.
because it gets a little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about 45. Yeah, I think we can wrap this up.
I'm gonna wrap this
for our
up.
first one.
Any questions? Nobody's watching. It's okay. We'll
That's
work on
all right.
that.
We'll get some people. But please, send us some work if you'd like us to go over it on the show.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to be a part of the Facebook group and, talk to us, hang out with us, talk about art with us, you can just type in Between the Strokes on Facebook. And it's a page. Between the Strokes, baby. And just, request an invite or whatever. I don't know how it works. I think you just say join group. It's probably.
I hope so.
It's probably.
I
open,
hope so.
Right? I don't know. We'll check on that. We'll change it if it's not open. There's like 30 people in there now. They didn't agree to it. I just forced them into it.
Excellent. That's
They
how you do
They
it.
were already in the group. It was called something else, but now it's Between the Strokes. Sorry, not sorry. If you don't want to be in the group, then leave. I don't want you.
Get out of
in it.
here.
No.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get
out.
Yeah, please send us some work. We'll talk about it. If you have any questions or concerns, comments, just let us know.
Word.
And we'll be here next week. Sunday. Sunday work for you?
Yeah, we're gonna try to do every Sunday, 6
Sunday
o'clock.
at 6. Yeah,
We'll see how that goes. I mean, it'd be cool
Okay.
to have it on a date, on a actual schedule. But if that ends up not
Yeah.
working out, we'll figure out. And if that time's not good for people to watch or something,
But,
figure it out as it comes. I'm drawing some stupid Bane ripoff
nice. Why don't you just draw Bane and make money off it? That's what you should do.
because, dude, I'm gonna get sued so hard. We talked about this,
my
Hamilton.
God. Not DC. They love you. They love.
Yeah, DC.
So thank you guys for listening. And yeah, do we need like a little outro music?
I mean,
Do we have some outro music?
yeah, it's possible. We can do something for the people. Thanks for watching,
When I
guys.
start making love,
Thank you.
I don't just
Um,
make love. I be
Be
stroking.
good. Stroke down.
What I be doing.
Stroked out.
I be
We're stroked out.
We're stroked out. Stream over. Peace.
Stroke it to the east, and I stroke it
To the west. Stroke it to the woman that. We did it, Hamilton. First stream.
Woo!
Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Hey, YouTube. We're back.
Let me ask
YouTube, we love you, YouTube.
What a crazy ride, right?
what
We
Fuck
talked about
Twitch.
stuff.
We like YouTube.
Yeah. Twitch ain't that cool. Twitch ain't
We're gonna
nothing
get
but a thing.
we're gonna get so many YouTube. We're gonna post this on Reddit. Oh my
Dude,
god.
Reddit? How about
What?
MySpace?
What? Oh man.
Hold up. Club Penguin? Put it up there. The community is a bubbling over there.
Shit.
Maybe upload this to Webkins forums.
Have you ever
We're
been
blowing up.
We're blowing up. I'm about to blow up. All this coffee.
Have you
Alright, bye YouTube. Thanks for hanging out. We love you.